do well. Me, Angel ain't doing no vacation because she don't know how to sit down nowhere.
I do know how to sit down. I do.
You don't know how to sit down. You ain't never sat down.
I do know how to sit down. It's just it's not the time to sit down. It's hey.
Wait, what?
What's wrong, Kevin? What happened?
It's not showing up on YouTube. Hold on.
Kevin, tell me.
Oh my gosh. He's tired.
You guys ever have a shocking moment when you're like, man, we don't have a plunger?
That happened to us last week. Literally.
I literally just bought one this morning. I'm just like, that's a necessity. Like, you need to have a plunger in the house.
That's happened to me at a small cafe.
Really?
No.
We only have one restroom. It's whatever I drank or something I ate just when it decided, now's the time. We're not going.
Was there somebody in line after you? I was going to say that because I feel like that's always oh my God, I hope.
I was just like, oh gosh. Well, you know what? It's not my job to have for me to tell them what supplies they need at this restaurant.
Mm.
You know their chai lattes are a little too milky.
Oh man.
Woo. Can you believe it? We are at the end of this year.
This month is over. How is it the 18th today? It's like the 17th was yesterday and the 16th was before that. I don't get it.
And how the 18th came today. Actually, June was before the 17th. We were in June.
And then the lockdown was the week before.
Oh, you're the best part.
Let me see this one.
My jam.
My screen's about to look crazy. Just hang tight.
Look at him. He's so fun. Sing.
It's the sweetest thing.
If it don't change.
Come on.
I had it my way. You are.
I just wanna. Whoa.
Sorry. Getting this prepped up.
That little ending.
Wait a minute. What are you shooting with, Josh? I don't like that you get to look like that, and then I have to look like this.
I'm about to have everybody's setup look like
this.
We
already talked about this.
This is still my trial run, Kevin. That's why you think I just switched the lenses.
This don't look like no trial. This looks like you know what you're doing.
I done asked you already. Set me up.
I got you.
Stop keeping all the stuff for yourself. We're supposed to work together.
We do work together, Kevin.
No, you always want to make sure you're set up first.
I have to try it.
Oh.
I can't be there switching lenses and be here telling you to switch lenses because you're going to be like, it's not working.
That's what they tell you. I'm trying it for myself. Next thing you know, they done signed a deal with Spotify exclusive.
Wait, who told you?
Oh, you're the best part. I'll show this to y'all while I work on it. It ain't ready yet.
No.
It ain't
Jonathan
ready.
McReynolds.
No, it's a different song. Listen, tell me if you recognize it. It's rough, man. I don't need this from y'all. I don't need this. This is just while we wait for people to come in. Listen here, Joshy.
I'm listening.
Are you listening?
Kevin, I hear it. Take your time. That's it.
You don't know, babe, when you hold me. Kiss me slowly. It's the sweetest thing.
That's it, Kev.
Give me about 2 months. I ain't gonna go until it's completely clean and I can play 2 minutes of it.
You're right there, though.
That first chord sounds right, which is the most important one.
Are you doing this by ear?
No.
Oh, I was like, wow.
I wish.
It sounds so good. Oh, come on.
Ooh, you don't know, babe.
Yeah, come on.
Now that I'm about to be on vacation, I ain't been able to practice this whole week because I've been shooting like crazy.
Man, Kev,
on vacation, give me till Martin Luther King Day. I'm not gonna learn no new songs until that one is clean.
Okay.
I support that.
My way. Okay, guys, while we're coming in, I want to make 2 announcements to the people. This is to you, especially Josh.
Oh no.
Things are gonna have to change a little bit on the bonus episodes to the app. Here's what I'm realizing. The app, first of all, shout out to all y'all who are joined. This 10K. Is not a show. We're 10K, man. First thing on that, I'm not releasing no more numbers. That's it. Once I got close to 10K, no more numbers outside of the Kev on Stage team. Even Patreon. Too many people were starting to count my pockets. I didn't like it. They doing math in the comments. And I said, okay, y'all done did too much. They did, look at this, Kev getting rich. Okay, y'all see now this is what happened. You try to share too many things and too many people get in there. So listen, we hit 10K. Now, whether we get a million K or we drop down to 3, ain't nobody gonna know nothing.
I want a million K.
I want a million K too. Mm-hmm. Disney got 86.8 million. That's my goal.
They got a couple million Ks.
Boy, black people, if we ain't gonna do nothing else, we gonna count your pockets. Oh my God. And I don't need it. That's why Netflix, they don't release none of them numbers. I don't need it. I'm not gonna do it. Ain't gonna make, never mind. I'm not gonna talk about it again. We made 10K and that's it. We could have exponential growth or we could be completely stagnant. You'll never know it either way.
Amen.
All right. That's the first thing.
Agree.
Second thing, on the bonus episodes. The bonus episodes going to more than likely have to be about the topics or dream talk. We can't have family meetings type stuff that go on to the app. Because the app is people that ain't family and they're going to be screen recording and all that stuff. Hey, listen, we're going to talk about stuff. They ain't going to go on the app. So I'm going to say, Josh, we're going to start here, cut that part out and leave it.
We'll either start with family meeting topics or we'll end with family meeting topics so we can have a clean break.
Absolutely.
Because I do think that the family meetings are still important with
that's what I was going to say. The family meetings either going to be standalone or they're going to be Now, some family meetings, I got to tell you something, it's going to be a family meeting. It might not stay forever, like them old Periscope days. Now, here's the thing that's happening, y'all. I got to tell y'all about it. This just is what it is. Listen, the app, it done brought a lot of good notoriety and all that there, but it's also bringing a lot more.
Bring that evil lie. That's that evil lie.
That's that evil lie. I already watched. I know what you're talking about, Josh. Now, I haven't changed. Ain't nothing changed about me. Now, the perspective. Come on, the perception is the word I wanted.
Okay, I was there. That was in the Greek.
Now, here's a little bit of family meeting stuff, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna make me never mind. I posted a video about certain celebrity earlier in the week. If you're paying attention about certain celebrity earlier in the week, Josh, you showing depth of focus on purpose.
Sorry, that was a test. I told you it's all trial. It's a
Put
trial.
It down. I don't want to see you until we're set up. You go back to the laptop. Okay? So I posted a video about a certain celebrity. That video no longer exists on my pages. All right, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, I'm on set yesterday. We shooting sketches with Josh and Tahir and all them. I was waiting for my COVID test, which also, Angel, we gotta factor that into our minds. That started our day off a whole hour late because of the waiting for the test. We're gonna have to do earlier calls. That's my bad. Producer, I was like, "Whoo, this is taking a long time. It's taking a long time." So that's why, on set, they be calling you like way early so you can go through makeup, and they don't really need you till 10, 11. They're going to call you at 7:30 anyway.
We need to put that in there.
We need to go ahead and do that. Okay. So I'm in the midst of being recording a video. Okay. And then what happens is this. Watch this. another celebrity comedian that I don't even know that well. I'm talking about, I don't want to give no names because I don't know who's who and what's what. Okay. Afro Geeks, we are working on that. We just had a meeting about that. It's going to take a second to get the process for closed captioning, but we are working on that. That was a request by someone. That is not easy, but to be more available for everyone, that is something we're working on.
Amen.
So give us some time because we got a lot of things we're working on simultaneously. We're trying to put processes together for all of them. And also, to more than likely be on new content coming out, it's harder to go back and do it, but moving forward, okay. But eventually, all the stuff that's on the app that was old YouTube content will be siloed and more hidden down as we fill it up with new content. Anyway, celebrity comic that I don't know well, okay, he hits me up and says, other celebrity is trying to get in contact with you, wants you to take the video down. I said, what you talking? And he was like, I don't think they took too kindly to it. Go check my DMs. Celebrity X is following me already. Celebrity X is like, hey, I don't, we ain't never had no beef. It's always been mutual respect. Respectfully, can you take the video down? I said, of course, Celebrity X, video taken down. So Melissa was like, Kev, I've been meaning to tell you this. You're going to have to be a little bit more careful about who you say and what you say it about. Because you done went from little internet boy, and now you're wading into new territory. You can't just be little old internet boy. You're going to have to be big boy. You have to be man boy. Okay?
I'm a big kid now.
Yeah. So that's a thing that happens. So you're going to still going to see some videos. You just there are going to be some stuff you're like, oh, Kev, do this. I'm going to be like, but no, though. So when I put family meeting in the title, y'all know that meeting might happen right then. And after the moment that meeting is gone, it's gone. There's a lot of stuff that we might talk about that might never make it to the app. Okay. And this is the last thing I want to say. This is one of those family meeting things. And I'm not going to tell you the name. And then we're going to get started to the show. We're going to forget everything else that happened. So yesterday, while we're shooting for the app, okay, we pushing for a 10K. A content creator, nobody that we know within the family, nobody that you even see, somebody that I just know by happenstance, DMs me. And let me read the DM because y'all not going to believe it.
Oh, I don't know nothing about this. So this is
Angel, I was trying to tell you yesterday, but
the prophet said it goes down in the DM.
It goes down in the DM. You was getting ready to change it to your Olivia Pope thing. So I was letting you get into your process.
Always interrupt stuff like that. Just interrupt it.
No, I needed you to make sure you nailed your performance. Angel was acting so good in that. Angel, I ain't gonna hold you. I was like, I don't know if I want to do mine. I don't know if I want to. So here's what the DM I received said verbatim. I'm a fan of your hustle, bro. Not so much your content. Parentheses, which may be mutual, but man, laughing emoji. But man, your hustle is A1. I'm proud to see it. Then a screenshot of said creator's purchase of the app for the year. I'm in for the year, muscle emoji. I responded with 4 laughing emojis. Okay. As long as you're in for the year, you can feel how you feel. Here's the thing that I thought was interesting about that. You could have just said, if this was me, Kevin, I would have just said, I'm a fan of your your hustle, bro. Screenshot, I'm in for the year. That little middle piece there, I wouldn't have sent that. And the crazy thing is, I'm not a fan of said creator's content.
No, you actually did tell me this. I am aware because I remember when you mentioned it to hear who I must be related to.
Oh, you're right. You was right there.
To hear was ready. And what you want?
Josh wants a screenshot.
He wants a screenshot. He said, send. Because the year was ready to roll out, which I encouraged. And it was like, no. And I was like, yes. Why not? Because I feel like we got to get out all this hood stuff now. Okay. You got to get it out now so that we have a smoother future.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something. We were on Clubhouse messing around, right? And we're going to talk about this more in the episode. Me, Angel, and Josh, late in the midnight hour, completely playing around on God's internet. And I said something jokingly because it didn't get to me like they weren't a fan of my content, but it was just like, why would you say something like that?
Yeah, it's very, very rude. It wasn't necessary at all.
But I said in the Clubhouse when I was yet preaching, because on the thing, Tahir was in there acting a donkey, and I kept moving.
Tahir's so dumb.
I kept moving him from the panel to the audience. And I said, look, some people they're gonna have to watch what God does from the audience. And it might hurt you to feel like what is happening through me, for me, with me, through people connected to me should have been happening to you. And the fact that you fixed your wallet to support even in your anger, that's some true,
you're triggered right now. I feel it.
Me?
Yeah.
No, honestly, I'm
saying like the reaction is like, you know exactly how to describe it because it's that ball, that's them. That's that side.
I'm telling you right now, guys, I've already prepared my mind. What's happening now is the wave of support. Everybody's loving it. Everybody's a fan for the culture, for the people. And soon that support going hit little by little, person by person. Some of that support going to turn into a little resentment. And a little. You know, you can't, you don't know how to pitch projects. You can't get it in, or we pass on a project because there's been some people sending stuff that I don't feel like, the audience will like or isn't up to the quality. And, people go, oh man, you turn into the gatekeeper. Just like, I know there's no way to build it without some people being upset. And I know that because when I was at All Deaf, people used to get mad at me and it wasn't even my company or my money. I didn't even have to say so. And they took it personally. Like I was, the single reason their entire life goals hadn't happened. So now that it actually is my company, even though I have a team of people who review stuff, it ain't just me. There's been stuff that I voted for that the other people voted against. And to make things better, no one person can, outrule the group. I have say so. I have a lot of say so, but I don't have the only say so. Not to protect me as well. As the brand. So I'm not like just throwing up everything and being a pushover, because I tend to be a pushover and the people around me tend not to be pushovers, so that's where, other people come in. But I've already accepted and I've seen what happened to other people. So, just understand the Patreon relationship that we have ain't going to be like the relationship on the app. That app is just watch the content and take. Because I'm going to tell y'all going to be upset. Y'all going to see some people not liking stuff. And because we have comments in there, ain't going to be all positive comments. And it brought a lot of people in who ain't necessarily stage crew family. So, I'm going to come to y'all for love and care and support. But, there's just going to be some things that I got to deal with, and y'all just keep me lifted up.
It's perfect since that you're doing such a strong divide between the two, because the people who are supporting you via Patreon, they are getting something very specific that they can't get on the app. So people can feel like if they are doing both, that they are getting something that they would not necessarily get on the app. Yeah, you can get the bonus episode, but you can't get the family meeting. You can get, the latest, greatest, hottest content, but that piping hot tea, it's not going to be over there because it's no.
And honestly, I don't even know if I can do the piping hot tea anymore, because stuff that happened earlier in this year where people would screenshot and screen record and what be happening on Clubhouse, that tea be hopping hot, and there's dissension in the camp. There's people in here, the shade room, they pay people just go and watch stuff, screen record it, just in case something pops off. Because now when you rise, amen, stuff that happened that wasn't supposed to go out, get out. And I know all y'all mean well. Everybody means well. Everybody mean well.
No, not everybody mean well. No,
but not everybody mean well. Because the people who are lurking, they don't necessarily make a lot of comments because they're busy lurking. So yeah, okay. Let me get some water and then we'll get started on the real episode.
Yay, so fun. Oh my goodness, you guys. We did it.
That was so funny. As soon as I didn't even have to watch the video with sound at first, because as soon as she did this, I was like, she's not about to do this.
I asked Marcus, I said, hey, should I do the Kamala video? He was like, yes, come on. Come on, do it.
That was perfect.
We got one station, app has over 1 million subscribers. Yeah, no. Oh, this is all exciting. That is crazy. It is crazy to watch this whole thing go down and watch how the tide is kind of changing, how things are changing. To see something on one side of it and then to see them crossing over to the other is just like.
What's crazy is when we were at, what were we at, 6 on Tuesday, and Kev was like, oh yeah, I want to do 10K by January. I was like, you are out of your mind if you don't think you're about to hit that 10 by Friday. That's why I kept doubling down on it. I was like, it's going to happen.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It happened so quickly. It was like, and we're here. Those of y'all who asked about the boxes, they're going slowly. We literally, the one thing that's holding us up is that we're waiting for the labels for Queen Shit and the stickers for the boxes, like Little Mama Likes boxes. So they're going to be out next week. I wish I could have gotten them out today, but you know, the way the mail is going, they moving slow, but they looking pretty and it's about to happen.
Okay, guys. So the camera questions, they're I feel like they're gonna be flowing all episode. Real quick, it's not necessarily the specific camera. It's just the setup that I have. I'm using a real camera as a webcam. So I'd already wrote this down so I could order it for Kev. And if Angel wants one too, we can set her up for that. Yeah, basically,
you don't put that on Angel. That's gonna be a.
I can get it.
No, okay. Well, get it if you want. Then get it for me, Josh. Just use my, situation.
I got you. I
was trying to bless you and write it off as a production cost for the show. You always trying to prove that you can do stuff. I know you can do it. Ain't nobody said you couldn't do it. Okay. Amen. Okay. But all I'm trying to say is, here's the thing: if and so ever we need to do it like this, you're gonna be taken care of. But if you want to prove you big and bad and you got it, then
listen.
Go on and get it.
Kevin Fredericks.
Go on and get it, Angel.
Why? Wait, but why is it now like an insult?
It's not an insult. I respect you as a Black woman. I ain't overstepping my bounds. That's one of the things I'm working on in therapy. They said, Kev, you don't be over helping. I offered it. You said no. It's no. It ain't nothing but no.
Okay, so the camera. My specific setup, I'm using a Sony A6500, but pretty much any camera that has a HDMI output you can use. I just had this one as a secondary camera, so I don't have to keep setting it up and taking it down every time I want to use a camera. But with this, I have a dummy battery. Basically, what that means is it's a battery that plugs into. It has a cable that plugs into the wall, so I never have to worry about it turning off or it dying. But the HDMI cable that's coming out of that is going into what they call and what they sell an Elgato Camlink 4K. So that pretty much is an HDMI to USB adapter that allows you to use any HDMI input feed pretty much. So when you plug that into your computer, you can go to your camera selection under whatever you're using, Zoom, Google Hangouts, for this StreamYard, and where you would normally click your FaceTime camera or whatever camera you had set up. If you had a webcam, it'd be the same kind of drop-down situation. You'll see Camlink 4K. Then you click that, and that's how you use a traditional style camera as a webcam. But
what is it mounted on?
It's just mounted right now. It's mounted on a small tripod. I want to get a table. I put the table clamp. There's they have table clamp like camera tripods that you can buy. That's what I'm gonna end up getting, because like I said, this is still the trial run. But for your guys' package, I had wrote down the table clamp just so it can clip to whatever you guys already have, because the tripod legs can be kind of tricky to fit on a table if you don't have the space.
You're right. So you're gonna make sure I know all the things.
Mm-hmm. Josh, do you mind just putting all the links in the Patreon after the episode
of stuff?
Yeah, because people are asking for the link, but there's no way to put it all in here. So
okay, yeah. So what I'll do is I'll make a quick video.
Oh, that's even better.
I was gonna say I'll make a quick video, and then I want to learn how I can do an Amazon cart, because then I wonder if they could just go to that cart and at least see the items itemized out.
Melissa knows how to do that because we set our Amazon influencer thing.
You can do an influencer list.
Okay, I would love to set something like that up, because people always ask me about gear stuff as well. But the lights, they're pretty. Kev, they're like you. I think your lights. You have enough light to where you don't need more lights. If that makes sense. With this camera setup, that's another thing. What I wanted to kind of test to see what it can do. But I'm running the Elgato key lights as well, pretty much. They're not all on. I have this one on, which you could see it off. I'm just adding like a little, it's just a little fill. I just wanted a little fill, nothing crazy.
You just trying to show what you got. The pretty face. I see what you're doing, John.
No, it's like I feel dark here. I feel dark here. But this one I use at night. This would be kind of too much light. I feel like I just kind of wanted some.
Oh, come on, let the glory of the Lord shine.
Actually, that's not bad. I'm gonna let that one rock too. But these lights are cool. These versions of the key lights are cool because they come with the desk clamps as the mounts.
I want all of it. Help me, Josh.
Okay, I'll put those in there too.
Josh can help you. Wow, cool.
Kevin. You know what? It'd be because you're putting me on the spot. It's not a thing of, hey, Angel, what we're going to do is, that feels like to me a conversation. Hey, Angel, we want to be able to hook you up so that when we do, here's the thing, you're set. And then I could be like, oh, okay. You don't even understand that.
I know exactly what you're saying. I don't operate in that way. When the spirit moves, I speak. The Lord speaks to me. But when the spirit moves, when that Passover happened, it done been passed over. We're gonna be back in the office soon enough. All right, y'all ready?
Been ready.
Yeah.
All right, here we
also,
go.
guys, I've been wanting to do tech stuff. I have to buy the tech stuff because people I don't have the means to where people send me things. So it's on a buy BUY tech basis. Because that's kind of what this table's set up for eventually. Is to have like kind of showcase of tech things that I buy. Because I buy too much stuff for not to be reviewed. Keep going, Kev. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Let's do it. Look at it.
All right, y'all ready?
Yes.
You're doing it on purpose.
Well, doing what?
What up, y'all? Welcome to the bonus episode of Here's the Thing. I'm on stage. She's
a chick angel.
Banger of an episode. Smash that like button. If you're on the back, shout out to you. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to you and your mom and your father. So, first things first on the docket. Clubhouse is a new app where basically it's if you remember the old school thing, Party Line, where you'd call in and people chat and stuff. It's basically a technological version of that, to where it's audio only. Kevin Hart went viral a couple weeks ago for talking about his special on there, defending his special on there, whatever. It's a big thing on Twitter, but it hasn't reached the whole world, but just kind of what it is. Think of a group chat with hundreds, sometimes thousands of people, 10 or 12 of which can speak at one time. The rest are in the audience. So yesterday on Clubhouse, well, let me also set the frame for this.
Set it.
The Clubhouse rooms are divided into basically depending on your industry. Music people talking about music stuff, A&R. Earlier in the week, people were complaining about BT as a network. Comedians talking about who's funny, who's not funny, stand-up versus internet people. There's affirmation rooms and astrology rooms and sports rooms. Basically, any topic that happens on the internet, there's a group of people on Clubhouse talking about it. It's kind of growing really exponentially. And a lot of topics that start on there go out. So when people were hating on DJ Academics earlier in the week, last week, that was from a conversation that started on Clubhouse where Meek Mill was yelling at him and 21 Savage was telling him to take responsibility for his blog or his vlog and his videos and the harm they do, all that stuff. So a lot of times conversations are starting on Clubhouse that venture out into the internet. Okay. Yesterday, while Angel and I were working and Josh was being handsome wherever there was a moan room. Now, apparently, I thought this was a joke. They've said this before on Twitter, but a moan room is where people literally go into Clubhouse and moan, and they try to recreate what they sound like during intercourse.
Recreate? I feel like there might have been some nefarious activity to get that moan out.
You think, stuff was actually happening in some
Honestly, Josh, I wouldn't even put that past the people. A lot of people ask me, how do you get on Clubhouse? You have to be invited, and the person who invites you, their name goes on. So if you act up, it's like Angel was invited by this person. So if Angel acts up, it's like, who invited her? And that part stays on your little profile. So just like Facebook, when it started out, everything's exclusive. You got to have this, you got to have that. And I don't believe, and this is no shade, this is just the truth, I don't believe it's available on Google Play. I think it's only on Apple, the Apple Store. Right. I love Android. I take back everything I said. The doggone app is about 50-50 Apple, Android. I'm not talking that craziness no more. That's too divisive. That's too divisive. I love Android. So those are the two things that have to happen. And Clubhouse is purposely limiting the amount of people who can be there because they're loving the FOMO that it's building. For like, I want to be, how do you get on? Give me. People are literally selling their invites. So
are they? I still have mine.
No, people on my timeline about every week, there's somebody, I got a couple more who's trying. I'm like, bro, why are we slinging these things?
Yeah.
You know idea.
Yeah. Yeah. I use my invite for my sister-in-law. And I don't know how people act, so I ain't giving no more of them out until they look at me. So anyway, so Lakeith Stanfield, an actor, most recently was in The Photograph, and he's gonna be in that Black Panther film with Daniel Kaluuya.
He was in Get Out. He was the one that when he took the picture of him.
Oh, he was the dude Get Out.
He took the picture of him, and the blood came out of his nose, and he was like, "Run, or get out."
He's been in a lot of stuff. He was in Sorry to Bother You, Boots Riley's film. So I don't know if I only saw a clip, so I don't know if he started the Moan Room or was hosting the Moan Room or whatever, but they was in there and women was in there moaning, and it said that it was moaning $300. Now,
I don't think he started it. Do you want to hear them to hear the audio?
You got audio?
Can you pull it in here and screen share?
It's on my phone. I don't know how to.
That works.
Send it to me and I'll play it. I'll play it through here.
It's the link that you sent. It's inside the Twitter.
Mine said that link is gone.
Oh no.
All right. Wait, I'm ready. I was ready yesterday. We ready. Right. All right. Keith, don't come on here with no fuck shit.
Excuse me, there's cussing. Sorry. Sorry.
Oh, daddy.
This can't be real.
Candace from the Patreon said she was in the room when it happened.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready yesterday. We ready. Right.
We're ready.
So that's the part that went viral. And I said, well, okay. This brought me. I just thought, I wonder if sometimes God be like, man, what are y'all doing down there? What angel? I'm
listening to you. I'm listening to what you're saying.
I just wonder if God be like, bro, what are y'all doing in here? What is happening?
Is that how your room started? Is because you were like, what's God is thinking?
So funny you should ask that. I thought that people were joking because there was a lot of memes on Twitter about moan rooms and stuff. So I thought people were just being funny, like, oh man, y'all crazy on Twitter. Then I saw that video and I saw a girl I followed. That's how you get caught up. I follow, some people I've been following for years and stuff, don't even really interact with them. But I've seen some profile pictures and I was like,
the influencer? Yes, I saw her in there.
Oh no, I don't know.
Hold on. Private
chat. Oh shoot, y'all been private chatting?
We've been private chatting, Kevin.
I didn't even
this is my favorite feature of
my screen was over to the right, so I didn't see it.
Daphne.
Oh no, I wasn't talking about her.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't say it out loud. I just couldn't remember her name at the time. I had to go back to that.
So I was like, man, y'all be. I don't. So I could not imagine being in that room, even listening. And then somebody who I don't know done screen recorded. And now, because when I saw the video, it had 700,000 views on Twitter. So now all these people on Twitter done seen you in a moan room.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to explain. Can you imagine on Judgment Day, you get in line, they pull you up, and they're like,
and
hey.
God's just like, fam.
No. God is going to
Want me to run it back?
So, back in 2020, looks like on a random Thursday afternoon, you were moaning for a chance for $300. This is what we were doing.
God said, I saw through the secondary stimmy that followed that. I helped you with the EDD weekly. That's $600. That's your boy.
My God would be like, at least you're doing it for a reason now. You out here moaning for these broke boys before didn't have a chance for nothing but an STD.
You was over here moaning for chlamydia. That's all you got out of the situation. You lost.
Moaning for that clam chowder, okay?
The clam chowder.
That's what I call it.
You for $300 worth of antibiotics. Now you over here, you got to pay your copay to get it cleared up.
Listen, but now you can moan and maybe make money and just be sitting on your couch instead of doing things you're not. Listen.
So hold on, Angel. Let me ask you a question.
Please.
If you moan for $300 and you win, are you a sex worker?
Apparently so. And I will add that hyphen. Angel, the actress, the host, the comedian, the sex worker.
Voiceover work. It's just voiceover work.
Listen,
scripted, Angel, would you do that for your voiceover work?
Listen, okay, so we did voiceover for what's that show that the light-skinned young girl, she won an Oscar. Come on, help me. Zendaya. Her show. What's her show called?
Euphoria. God bless her. God bless her and her lineage. God risk it all for Zendaya. What?
Zendaya.
We were doing voiceover for Zendaya's show, Euphoria. And as you all know, there's a lot of sex.
A lot going on.
And let me tell you, some of the male voiceover workers, and I'm just let y'all know this is going to be terrible. A lot of in the sense that you just had to hear it. A lot of the guy actors, because of the way the show went, they had to simulate the sound of what it would be like to give head to a man. With not only that, with the at the end, with the at the end.
Okay, I want to understand what I know it was clear through your headphones.
It's HD. It's Dolby Surround.
With that, so you see the sex scenes in Euphoria, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to sweeten, is what it's called, sweeten those sounds, because sometimes, especially if they're half naked, it's just a boom mic that's like helping with the sound. So we as voiceover actors have to lay in more distinct sounds, lay it in. So like even like with fights, like if it's a fight scene, usually we don't use the actual real actors' fight sounds. We place in the voice. So the same thing with sex scenes. So with Euphoria, if you got somebody giving head, like fake giving head, the actor is doing enough trying to just simulate the body motion. We simulate or the actual sound that would be coming out of their mouth. So they're all that with that little swallow at the end.
Somebody just asked if they're hiring.
Let me understand this, Angel. Mm-hmm. So regular script has action and dialogue. What are they giving you a paper? They're like, all right, voiceover actor or 3. Tasha, you're you're doing what you got to do today. Like, is there a paper?
There's a paper that has the cue, like each cue is numbered with the timestamp, and then it'll have a description. Such and such is getting having sex, really aggressive, violent sex, we need sounds to sweeten it. So we got to match the actor's voice. So if it's somebody with a higher pitched voice, we can't have them down here in the we got to get it up there. We got to get them up there, right there.
Are you watching it? Are you timing it like ADR?
It's ADR. That's what it is. We're watching it. And then we're timing it. We're timing it with their mouth.
Are there people in the room to like review?
We're all in there's like maybe depending on how large the room is, because some sound stage rooms are ADR rooms are gigantic, like the ceilings are like 20 feet high. So sometimes there's 4 of us, sometimes there's 10 of us, and then there's the producer, there's the person who runs the sound, there's the sound engineer in the booth that can see all of this. And yeah, we're just in there. And I mean, with headphones on and our sweatpants, comfortable. We're like, run that back. Okay,
and you're dead serious about your work, because I know you don't play around with your jobs.
No, so I'll be like, run back right before the climax, right there. I just need to hit that part. Do you want it like a more relaxing or like a I finally made it there? Do you want it like a or do you want it like
what's my motivation prior to the scene?
We have to ask those type of questions. We do, but I'm getting paid good enough that I'm just like, okay. But yeah, when I heard, I mean, it's worse than what you probably even think. Because when I heard the swallow, like those details, those intimate details that you don't be thinking about, that they don't be picking up in a regular porn, they're picking up the sound. And
they won Oscars for sound design.
Yeah,
that's Angel.
Listen,
everybody in Hollywood takes their job seriously. Everybody's trying to work. They are.
It was like a sound like that. That sound.
She charged up for that.
You were just thirsty.
That like you can hear the yeah. It was.
So do you have to put your throat up to the microphone?
These are the best microphones you could ever know. Like you can do a whisper, and it sounds like somebody is right there in your ear talking to you. Yeah, no. It's the worst. So it's not bad when they're doing it. It's bad when you hear the playback, because the playback lets you hear how much the mic picked up, and it's just like. So listen, these people could be practicing for the moan room. I mean, the moan room could be practicing for ADR. Like, I mean, I don't know if Lakeith would get hired. Like, it was just too much extra sound. It wasn't very clear. I don't know if I would recommend him for ADR for a voiceover.
So
Joel, that Jessica F said, Kev, can you pull this comment of Angel getting paid for ish I've been doing free for years? This ain't right.
Hold on, the comments coming in too fast. I was trying to find it. It always feels worse when you're like, hold on, people get paid for that?
Yes, definitely. Listen, Jessica, there's a job for everything. Yeah. And it's so funny because workouts.
Exploited, Jessica F. You've been underpaid. You've been an intern. You need to get part-time, full-time work.
What's really bad is that workout scenes sometimes sound like sex scenes too. That's the hard one because think about the sounds you make when you're really trying to go him. And so sometimes they're like, okay, guys, we got to figure this out. It's sounding way too much like a really rough orgy. Let's pull this together. Yeah. So sorry. Yes.
That was very interesting. I thought y'all was just in there doing, crowd walla and cartoon voices. You like, hey, listen, sometimes on Thursdays I got to pay the bills anyway. Angel's a sex worker, but at least you're SAG.
Listen, I get insurance for it. These checks have been coming in since COVID. Like, yes, I was supposed to be actually doing it during COVID, but I had to say I'm putting it on pause because of the podcast.
Really?
Yeah, I put it on pause.
I put it on pause and save you from sex work. So anyway, thank you for all that, Angel. Very interesting.
So why did you? So you decided to make a moan prayer room?
So listen, I'm going to tell you what happened. So yesterday I was like, "You're a performer, and Josh, you perform as well." DJ said and all that. a lot of times for me, after a comedy show or a performance, I can't immediately calm down and go to sleep, right? So yesterday, obviously, quarantine has messed with my days. So I need indicators to remind me what the day is. So I knew I had to do Zoom with the homies to do the last final push for Tony's show. By the way, check out Tony's show. I'm doing all the material.
Buy that right now.
And support him. Buy that link. If I bomb, I bomb. If I don't, I don't. But I'm literally trying all the material because you only live once.
I'm proud of you.
And when we scheduled the app shoot, so me, Angel, and Tahir, we had a long day of shooting. Long for us because of COVID and because we ended up shooting on a green screen, which was not my intention, Angel. You know, when you work with me, we usually be on it. But we wasn't wasting a lot of time. But we had, because the transit we shoot there is small, the green screen's not big enough. It ended up taking a long time. We had wardrobe changes. There was a lot going on. So we ended up finishing around 4:30, 5 o'clock. I don't necessarily rush home because I'm just like, whew, change clothes, whatever. So when I get home, I had forgotten to do the ads for Dear Kev. So I'm chilling, about to take a shower, about to, play some FIFA. And Melissa texts me. She's like, it's about 6:30. I'm like, okay, let me do these ads for Greg so I can be done with the day. I could take a shower and play FIFA, and I'm going to be chilling. So Melissa texts me, hey, I'm on my way home. Are you Zooming with the homies already? And I was like, what? What are you talking about? She's like, don't you guys Zoom in? And I'm like, oh, today is Thursday. Tony never sent me the flyer. Tahir usually sends a flyer, but on those shows, it's, I send it out for Keep Your Distance. Tony's supposed to send it to me. Tony didn't send it to me. I wasn't on Instagram, so I didn't see anybody post it because we were working. So now when I'm getting ready to chill, I realized I got to do Zoom with the homie. So now I got to, basically perform. And it may not feel creative to you watching it, but you are literally performing. You really are being creative, funny, aware, all that. And that show ended up being 2.5 hours. So I finished, and Melissa is, she's working on something. The boys are in their room. So I'm on Twitter like, oh, people be moaning for real. And I was like, I had tweeted I should start a Jesus moan room as a joke. Like, we gonna moan for Jesus because when I was a kid, we used to have these 24-hour prayer services, and most of it was just yes, God, spoken and unspoken, God, we need it, right? So I'm like, oh, this is gonna be funny, and I never had started a Clubhouse room because most of them just be too serious. Life is serious. I'm more of a levity type of guy. So I was like, oh, here's my funny idea for Clubhouse. I'm going to start my first room. I'm expecting, 10 people max, because I don't have a lot of followers on Clubhouse. None of your followers transfer over from other things. And I don't be on Clubhouse a lot talking. So I have like 1,000 followers, maybe 1,500, something like that. We get in there and start to praying and moaning. This room fills up quick. Big. So now I understand a little bit more how Clubhouse works because people were screenshotting. What they say is Kevin Fredericks, Yvonne Orgy was in there. Roy Wood Jr. was in there. This dude, Broderick Hunter, was in there. And you can ping people, hey, come in, check this room out. And the title was clever. I can give myself that. It was Moan for Jesus Room, prayer sounds only, right? So if you were aware of what happened that day, you're like, oh, I know they didn't. So when you get in there, we really was praying though. Right at first, I'm really praying. Angel gets in here. She's acting a plumb fool. Tahir's in there doing his Will Smith thing. But then Lakeith Stanfield actually joined my moan for Jesus.
Yes, he did. He did.
Moaning like he had a Negro spiritual type moan. He
sounded like a slave. You hear me? He sounded like a slave in a movie. I said, is this what Lakeith sound like in real life?
Listen, he was moaning, and then he had played Stomp, and I had to mute him. I was like, "Hey, brother, that music is not clear." It is. He was like, "Oh, sorry, Pastor. Sorry." He hung out for a while. I was literally up till 1 a.m. in this doggone Clubhouse. People from Nigeria or the dude from UK came in. English dude, he had an English accent. Then he switched over to a Nigerian accent. We was praying for Oxtail. Angel's ridiculous self gonna say, I was preaching on something. I said, first of all, I be knowing the Bible. I was pulling scriptures over the place. That boy Kev, he know that word. So I said, don't put a period where God put a comma or something like that. And then Angel gonna say, and if you with that man, you gonna miss your period.
Everybody was like, oh. I was like, oh, so we can't go there in this room.
Oh, funny.
It was a great time. And shouts to Yvonne's singles conference.
Listen, people was trying to hook Yvonne up with
my
man. Alexandra, I don't know if Alexandra's in here. Alexandra at least was in there. Alexandra was in here trying to match Yvonne up with the man from Nigeria. She's in here, stage crew represented. She was acting a fool.
Yvonne was texting me and was like, what just happened? I said, girl. I said, girl, people acting a fool. That's why. It
was so fun. So fun. So then Angel was like, hey, I got to get out of here. I got to go to bed. And I was like, this is as good as it's going to get. I'm not finna do this by myself. I'm not finna drag this on till 3 o'clock in the morning. So I left, and somebody immediately started a Moan for Jesus after party room. But I was done by then. But when I tell you it was fun, and Melissa was like, are you going to be doing that regularly? And I was like, absolutely not. That was a flash in the plane. Listen, I can't be dominant on another social media app. I'm working on.
You can't be dominant on another app. Is that what it is?
Listen, you spread yourself thin. You spread yourself thin. You spread yourself too thin trying to be everything to everybody. I'm trying to, I need some of my energy focused towards the app because Clubhouse is a lot of bandwidth. You got to be just in there listening and talking, and it just be a lot.
But listen, Yvonne was like, I low-key wish this was like once a week. That's what she texted me. I low-key wish this was once a week. I was like, girl, it is too much. My eyes was burning. I took a break to go get some and then came back.
Get some what? Oh, girl, I thought you said get something.
No.
Oh, God. Oh, now I feel awkward. Your country accent.
I fell asleep. I turned the lights off and then woke up and Angel said, okay, goodbye. And I was like, oh, I fell asleep. Okay.
Angel.
Y'all were on there. I said, I got other things I could do. And then I came back. And I said,
she maximized her time.
Yeah, then I said, I can give the people.
It was late in the midnight hour,
I said,
Ken was like, what? What would you? It's 12. What's open? What did he have to go get?
She always running errands and stuff. She always got something to do.
It's 12 o'clock, Kev. Where's she go run an errand besides the house?
I had an errand to run. I said, let me come up out of this group. Stop listening to these people. Then I came back afterwards. I was like, now I'm regenerated, regenerated, and all that stuff.
As much as Kev missed that over his head, he's like, somewhat.
And he leaned into the
genuine, Josh. Genuinely, like, what you have to pick up? Because it was the middle of the. Oh, you didn't pick something up. Something was dropped off.
Yes. And I was like, okay, now I can go be foolish with these people again. But
Angel was fun. It was basically, honestly, what I was thinking we were doing it. I was like, we were working on an improv comedy show that we're actually shooting at the top of the year. And I was like, this improv comedy show is going to work because we're basically just doing improv comedy. It's just framed as in this. And Josh hit me after and was like, yo, that room we were in had more people than Wiz Khalifa's room. Wiz Khalifa had a room going at the same time. And we was just being, but you know what to tell me? Black people, we be churched.
Yes.
We be
right.
Church
crazy.
Mm-hmm. And not to say that every Black person is a Christian, but so many of us have that a part of our genetic DNA of being church. And just realizing that some of the stuff that we sat through that was normal is now, when you look back on it, it's a huge comedic thing. The fact that, yes, I was at lock-ins at the church where, yes, we were moaning for hours upon like
I try to channel this lady named Sister Lewis. She used to either fall asleep in church or be praying loud, no in between. She worked a lot of jobs, like 16-hour days, but she never missed church. But she would just be at church in the bed. And I used to be like, why are you here? You are exhausted. But during the prayer stuff, she used to always say, "Spoken and unspoken, God, we need you, God." And I've made this joke before. Nobody claps harder than Black people, old Black people praying.
Their claps sound different too.
John,
it's all that struggle, all that perseverance, the years. It's the clap.
The way they cup their hands. That's a prayer clap. This is, hey, congratulations.
Amen.
Graduated, blah, blah, blah. This is, oh, we need you, God. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Tearing in the spirit. Yeah.
Tearing in the spirit. So it was fun. I was like, this is great. I had a good time. I regretted it immediately because I can never wake up later, regardless.
I knew you were tired.
Or I can never wake up later. I'd be peeing too much and I'd be getting up. But so the whole time we were in there, I was walking around this room.
Are you serious?
The whole time. When I went to bed, now mind you, I walk on the treadmill for about an hour and a half. That is roughly 10,000 steps. I did that yesterday morning. Then we shot all day. So I was at 15,000 steps by the time I got home. I went to bed last night. My Fitbit was at 30,000 steps from midnight. And then I had another 2,500, 3,000 steps that started past midnight. I did not work out this morning. My feet still hurt because I was literally walking around.
Why did you do that? I was literally.
When I'm on the phone, I always walk. I can't stand still. It's a habit. And I'd never be on the phone we was on there for like 2 or 3 hours, maybe even longer than that. At least 2.5 hours.
Oh,
anyway, so that was fun. Angel's great. Josh is great. Tahir's the worst, but also funny.
And Tahir just always has too much going on with that phone.
The fact that he had the Will Smith sounds queued up on his laptop.
Man.
He is a fool that I appreciate so much because he will put so much into a joke that might be an inside joke. Like, because it honestly is like, these are jokes. Unless you follow Kev and Tahir, you don't get what it is. But Tahir will still put the effort into the joke as if it's a universal joke. You're muted, Kev.
His commitment level his commitment level to ridiculousness is
yes.
He is so committed to pettiness and ridiculousness.
He's a true villain.
It was like, if you don't get the joke, I'm sorry. It's really for us. Like, I don't know it's too much to explain.
He texted me and was like, Angel, refresh your page. And that's when I knew. I was like, what did he change his avatar to? And it was you and Will Smith, but with his head on. I said, you took the time to change. Just because you can no longer talk, you said you won't silence this joke. You won't do it.
Exactly. All right, moving on. Tom Cruise was in the news this week for an outburst on set. We will play that for you now. They're shooting Mission Impossible in Europe somewhere. So we're going to play that. Let me know.
You got to think of a different movie title at this point, because obviously the missions aren't impossible if they keep doing it.
Pretty much. Yeah. Good job.
Everybody see my screen okay?
Yeah.
All right. So this is Tom Cruise. Language is advised. Viewer discretion, language is advised.
Are we muting language for the app?
If we don't, just put on. I don't know. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk.
Here we go.
We are the gold standard. You're back there in Hollywood making movies right now because of us. Because they believe in us and what we're doing. I'm on the phone with every studio at night. Insurance companies. Producers. And they're looking at us and using us to make their movies. We are creating thousands of jobs. I don't ever want to see it again. Ever. And if you don't do it, you're fired. And I see you do it again, you're gone. And anyone on this crew does it. That's it. And you too. And you too. And you. Don't you ever do it again. That's it. No apologies. You can tell it to the people that are losing their home because our industry is shut down. It's not going to put food on their table or pay for their college education. That's what I sleep with every night. The future of the industry. So I'm sorry, I'm beyond your apologies. I have told you, and now I want it. And if you don't do it, you're out. We are not shutting this movie down. Is it understood? If I see it again, you're gone. And so are you. So you're going to cost him his job. And I see it on the set, you're gone. And you're gone. That's it. Am I clear? Do you understand what I want? Do you understand the responsibility that you have? Because I will deal with your reason. And if you can't be reasonable, and I can't deal with your logic, you're fired. That's it. That is it. I trust you guys to be here. That's it. That's it, guys.
Okay, so for reference, what he was talking about, somebody had broken COVID protocol. I believe we have some video of it as well. Take a look here.
We're back here in Hollywood making movies right now because of us. I'm on the phone with every studio at night. Insurance companies. Producers. And they're looking at us and using us to make their movies. We are creating thousands of jobs.
Someone broke an NDA to film this.
You're fired. And I see you do it again, you're gone. And anyone on this crew does it. That's it. And you too. And you too. And you. Don't you ever do it again.
Oh, you're an idiot. And whoever made that is even more of an idiot.
All right, Angel, as the resident working actress, have you experienced anything on your journey like this? And how would you have responded if you were on Tom Cruise's set and he was fussing at you or someone around you?
Now, I've never experienced it on a movie set. I've experienced it on a play where they thought they needed to come down and lay down the law. And I let that man get out all of his cuss words. And I stood up and I said, if you think that you on any day of the week are allowed to talk to me in that tone, you have lost your GD mind.
You get. I can totally picture Angel in this tone.
And I was only 20, I think, at that time. I think I was no. I was only 18 or 19.
Oh, you're still White Diamonds.
Yeah, I was
She's like, hold on, Playboy.
You apparently don't smell me, because if you smelled me,
just walk for a second. This is all you gotta do. It'll hit you.
I ain't the one. I was a sophomore in college when that happened. And while I understand his anger, I think that is something that only white men think they can do. Like, and I understand what he is yelling about in the greater sense of they are just simple protocol that sometimes are like an irritants that you have to follow in order to keep everybody safe, in order to keep the production from shutting down. A lot of times with the major productions, that means you cannot go out. You go from set to the hotel until you're done shooting, right? You kind of like the bubble. You kind of have to do a bubble. So in a sense, this one person could not only make people unsafe, they could also risk millions upon millions of dollars to be thrown down the toilet. So I understand his anger. But what ain't never gonna be okay to happen to Angel is you yelling at me like I'm not a grown woman that can have a conversation and sit down, or just fire me. I'm cool with being fired. Bye, sis, pack up. But the disrespectful talk, what? I can't do it. I cannot.
I'm cool with being fired. I've been fired. I've been fired. I'll be fired again. But you ain't gonna disrespect me. You ain't gonna treat me wrong.
No. That's why I can't do the Batman that I can't stand. The
Christian Bale.
That one, there was a audio leak of him yelling at folks. Yeah. I don't remember what it was for. And I said, see, I can't do that.
A crew member had walked behind his line of sight while he was shooting, and it distracted him.
No, then you just get the person fired. That's it. You just say to the other executive producer, hey, I need that person gone now. Boom. Right. Okay, what you think, Kev? What
I feel like, listen, I've had to fire some people. I respect when you work in this industry, in a lot of industries, although you may be the star, Tom Cruise, like he has been for the last 25, 30 years, it is still a collaborative environment. And the makeup artist and the wardrobe person and the art PA, everybody on that set deserves to be respected. Obviously, they're not all going to be paid the same.
Right.
But my style is you treat everyone with respect and dignity and honor, even if they're doing something wrong or whatever. Now, I remember when we were doing Little Rascals, or Zazie was doing Little Rascals, and I was his dadager. The director and the producer got into it. This is when I realized that the director doesn't actually have the supreme power on a movie set.
None. Sometimes we don't have any.
It's the producer who has the power. Because I'm like, what was happening is we were losing light, which means you're shooting outdoors and the sun is going down. So sometimes they time shoots to happen while the sun's going down, golden hour to get cool shots, like when Josh takes a picture of the sunrise and it's better than mine. Or what happens other times is they were supposed to be shooting during the daytime and they're behind schedule, and now the sun's going down. And it is really expensive to try to recreate sunlight, like full blown sunlight, really hard to do. So what was happening is the sun was going down. We're losing light. The DP's got his little lightometers. Like, hey man, the coordinates and the light's going down. And the director was like, I need more time. I need to go into overtime. And the producer was like, this is a straight to DVD movie. I'm not finna go over budget for the Little Rascal Save the Day. The whole point of it, he didn't say this, but his vibe was this. So the director's pissed off. We need to get this shot. Blah, blah, blah. The producer was like, we're not going into overtime. Well, I am this and that, and I've worked on this movie you've never heard of, and that movie nobody else has ever heard of. And the producer was like, you're wasting the time that you're asking for now. We're not going into grace. We're not going overtime. And then I was looking back like, oh. And then I actually went back and Googled how the hierarchy works. And the director's hired by somebody else. The producer, the financier, the one that's put the money in, that producer, that's the one that makes the money. So to Angel's question and my question to her, look, because I treat people right, I expect to be treated right. And I don't, that's not even my temperament to yell and cuss. I'm not much of or yell and fuss and cuss. I'm not much of a big shouter unless it's, like competitive playing sports. I mean, I used to play basketball. I would talk trash or, go hard or whatever. But when we're working together, never in a million years. And because to Angel's point, Tom is so powerful, it doesn't take all that when you're Tom Cruise.
Exactly. It don't.
If they were breaking COVID protocol, the producers don't want to shut a movie set down because it usually now it's getting shut down for at least 14 days. And they've got to pay all those people to not make a movie.
Yeah.
So Hollywood is more expensive, by the way. Keep your distance cost is going up for the regular world to help combat COVID because all this doggone testing is expensive. We're going to have to, a little bit of surcharge. So red people going to be paying. Stage crew, y'all gonna be still getting 10, but everybody else going to 12. But just because he was right in the sense of the set needs to be protected, and I need to trust that you're doing your thing, because you can literally get me sick. One, and you can cause this production to get shut down. Two, you know, the old saying is you're never right at the top of your voice.
Yeah.
So,
go ahead. Sorry.
I'm done.
What was great, this lets you know how much power he has. It was probably the funniest part of his rant was, if I see it again, you're going to get him fired. When y'all got to go get fired together as like book buddies, like y'all both got to go home.
That's when, Angel, you put your twins in the bed. Both y'all go to bed now.
Yes, since y'all both went active. So when you have that much power, truly just set an example. Fire them. Like that for me, I know for me as an adult, and I know for some people it's a little bit different. Some people, they respond better to yelling, like they need somebody that's in their butt. I'm not that personality at all. You can explain to me rationally how I'm messing up, and it will click to me. Like the yelling only makes me start to shut down and me be like, you know what? I'm gonna piss you off. I'm gonna make sure I make me getting fired worth it. Y'all about to lose a month of this bull crap because you wanted to yell at me. So for me, it's just like it's not to say I yell when it comes to these kids in this house. So that's what I equate yelling. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm such a yeller. But for my kids, sometimes they need the extra noise to stop them in their tracks. So that's what I equated to. When you yell at me, I think you think I am a child and that I can't, rational conversation is not getting to me quick enough. Right. So sometimes for my kids, I have to be like, no, stop, because me going, stop. For some reason, their brains are still moving in the direction. I am now grown. So just, hey, sis, you costing us money. So we're going to have to send you packing. And I'm going to be like, oh, dang. You right. I get it. So yeah, no, I can't do it. I can't, but I really wonder if Kev on stage can be pushed to that.
I can.
I feel like you can. Josh, you want
to I'm gonna tell you the one time I lost my cool at All Def, and I don't know if Josh was there this day.
I can speak on All Def. I've signed an NDA for anything internal.
So. Yeah, anything in Kev on Stage Studio. But it was Meg and Deezy. We were on a set, on a shoot. And All Def, we all was underpaid and undervalued by the company, but we learned a lot, learned great friends. It was like college in so many ways. What happened was Meg was being the cheap producer that she is. And I didn't yell because I don't yell at people, but I had a very stern talking to. We on Wednesdays, we would get free lunch delivered. Right. But it's like buffet style back before COVID when people could just touch the spoon. So to save money, $150, which is usually what the lunch budget was, Meg didn't order us lunch. She didn't order the people who worked at All Def lunch. She ordered the crew who didn't work at All Def lunch. And she was like, y'all can eat downstairs. The problem is Denzel, her producer, and her, no one actually went downstairs and made plates for the actors, nor did they order lunch for the actors. So we're shooting all day. No lunch comes. The lunch downstairs gets eaten. We go downstairs 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, ready to eat, and there's no food. And I'm like, what happened to lunch? And Meg's like, y'all should have ate downstairs. And I'm like, how could we have eaten downstairs if we were shooting? Well, I didn't know that they were, I told Deezy not to order lunch because we needed to save the money. I was like, Megan, but the lunch is already budgeted in. It's always, as one of the few things you get in this industry is food. You don't even always get paid, but the least you get is food. So she was barking back at like, well, I thought this is not. I said, Megan, why would you we're still talent. Yes, we work here, but we should at least be treated as the same dignity you get somebody who doesn't work here. That, and you know, if you're hungry, regardless of your industry, you can't perform at your best when you're hungry. So yeah, you see, Kev was hangry, but more than that, all the actors were hungry. So they're looking at me like, Kev, where's the food? And I'm looking at you like, bro, you could have ordered pizza. I would have paid for lunch if the budget was that bad. And the budget at all there, as much money as we never had, we always had enough money to feed people.
We always spend money on food. Absolutely.
We always spend money on food. So that was the one time people saw me where I wasn't like yelling, but I wasn't laughing either. And Meg, to her credit, she apologized and she ordered lunch. She rectified it, and she never did anything like that again. But that was probably the only time that I did something like that. But Tom Cruise could have went to the producer of the movie and been like, that dude's gone. They broke COVID protocol. That person's gone. And then people would have been replaced by the next day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if ever I feel like that much rage is rising up in me because someone keeps messing up, I should have already let them go. For me, that's the only thing that makes sense. I am actually disrespecting them by thinking they should continue to have a job with their behavior because they're not going to learn from it. Apparently, they need to be fired so that they can learn that their behavior is, one, in this current times, not safe, and they don't care about anyone. They're being selfish. And two, that their behavior is costing us too much money that they could never make up. Never. So that's all I'm saying, is that I will always defer to, because you can't get it right. I'm not saying that the first time you got to get fired, but if it's to the point where I feel like I need to yell at you, let me let you go. And that way you can learn a little bit better and still be respected, because we let you go in you already knew what was happening because we didn't already warned you twice. And you
already know what TF going on.
You know,
we let go in Europe, and you still gonna have to fly back to America fired. That plane gonna be cold. Josh, you ever lost it like that?
Not really. Honestly, I feel like, going on Tom's perspective, like, I 100% get where he's coming from, because there are a lot of shows not shooting right now. There are a lot of jobs not happening right now. There are people losing their jobs because of COVID protocol getting broken. Shows are just shutting down because they're not following stuff. So I get it, but at the same time, like, bro, I will still fire on you. I don't care how little or tall you are. You're not gonna talk crazy to me in all, like, especially I can imagine like the person that triggered this response was just getting all the direct energy. Yes, you're at fault, but also, like, you're supposed to be. I mean, Tom's got to be somewhat of a leader as a veteran of this movie. Like, you can't have something like this come out, because now people don't. I mean, I wouldn't want to work for Tom at this point. I don't know what he brings to set. He might. I'm gonna go to the car real quick. I'm sorry. That's not a prop.
I got the glamour.
Right.
No, I've never really snapped, because honestly, like, if I get rubbed the wrong way, for me, it's like, okay, I'm cool. I'll give you a cold shoulder. If we need to have a conversation, we'll have a conversation. But if not, like, I'm moving on. I'm not, like, I don't know. I don't really have that type of energy to build up and pop off.
Yeah, I can't. Somebody said, did you hear the yes sirs and the rant? Yeah. The thing is that folk know who they can yell at. That is what I am fully aware. Yeah. Folk do know who they can yell and raise their voice at, and know that they'll be like, it's just, we deserved it. I promise you, unless I have slapped your mama or your child or your spouse in the face, I don't typically do it, and I don't do that, but I don't see how any of my actions in life would ever call for yelling. And I get it. People piss you off, especially when you think about your money. Listen, I have been recently pissed off. My husband was pissed off, yelling, not at me, yelling in a conversation to me, but wanting to yell at the person he was mad at. And I was like, yes, but what exactly are we going to do? What are we going to do? Because you calling to yell at that person is not going to change anything. So, and you know, I'm a grenade type of person, but even in my grenade throwing, I'm not going to do it in the hopes that it changes your actions. I am strictly doing it for the gratification of myself. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to do all that yelling, it's because I'm enjoying it, not because I think your actions are going to change. Not at all. No.
Hilarious. In other news, Tyler Perry and his longtime girlfriend broke up. Tyler Perry shared a picture of himself on the internet, and women were impressed. On Twitter, there was a lot of Medea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Angel, you're a married woman. I won't ask you this, but people in the Patreon, Tyler Perry's 51. He's a billionaire or closing in on being a billionaire. At least got 500 million, I believe.
Yeah.
A lot of people on Twitter were like, Tyler Perry could take me down to Pound Town.
No.
Are you letting Tyler Perry take you down to Pound Town at Good 51?
I can answer this.
I said that, Angel. I said Angel's a married woman. I said people in the Patreon.
I said I can. I said I can. C-A-N, can. Listen. This isn't a hypothetical. Me and my husband, he's gone on to glory. You know, he's now moaning for Jesus. Hypothetical situation. Tyler Perry could have one leg, 3 fingers on one hand, okay, an eye that doesn't open fully. That his success and his money and the security he would offer my family, my 4 boys that I'd be raising in honor of my husband. I'd be like, how you doing? How you doing, Mr. Perry? How you doing?
Not the shoulder shimmy, Angel.
How you doing? I'll be like, I've got some really classy moo-moos that Medea could never.
She's like, you smell that?
That mature white diamonds.
Mm.
I usually wear Saint Yves Laurent, but for you.
That girl said Saint Yves Laurent.
Say it the other way around, Yves Saint Laurent. It sounds like the Saint should be first. Ain't that right? That's what right.
That's the same version of that. See, that Yves Saint, they ain't got things of decency and in order. It's Saint Yves Laurent.
It should not be YSL. It should be SYL, Saint.
I love some YSL.
That's what he would get him. He'd be like, "Oh, you saved. My perfume is saved. We switched out the names. It's been converted." He's not my type though. Tyler Perry is definitely not. He's not my type in any way, shape, or form. But as a woman who understands the struggles of life. Hennessy on my lips, take a little sip, privacy on my door. I'm gonna make the rip. Yeah. That's my type. That's my type. That's what I would be doing. I'd be so witty up in that thing.
Yo, man, I just
yeah.
She's a loose cannon, man. I tried to give you an out on the question. You were like, no.
She's like, no, I will answer this one.
I will answer it because Marcus would answer the same thing. If that was a Tylisha Perry,
that's is the closest in comparison to what Marcus would have.
What'd you say? Who?
Shonda Rhimes.
Oh, Marcus would, but let me tell you, he'd be like, bend over, girl. Let me show you what I'm working with.
I'm gonna show you Grey's Anatomy, all right.
Listen. He would. I'm telling you, he would have no problem. Yes, he'd be like, "Come on, girl, come on. Let me put a baby in you. I know you. Listen, I know you already got your 2 daughters, but let's work on a son."
I have nothing but boys. I don't give nothing but boys.
Yes, he'd be like, I got you. Sean.
You could have a son named Sean.
Yeah, he'd be like, we can name him Shonda Jr. I got a Marcus. I already got one. This is what my deceased wife would have wanted. She would have wanted me to have a woman like you to help take care of her 4 kids. Our 4 kids now.
By the way, I want y'all to be in on this joke with me and Angel. Amar had made this sound yesterday. And when I say Amar sound, this is my excitement. This is the sound I mean. Okay. What is he saying, Angel?
I don't know. What a pie!
It sounds like he's saying Yamini ha.
It is my
I'm
favorite
never deleting this video. It is so, Yamini ha. This man likes technology. He's on the laptop. He got your phone. When he got your phone, first of all, your child took your phone, put it on the ground, stepped on it.
Yeah.
He climbed up on the couch and looked at himself and was like, I'm a baby.
Oh, yes. And I have other footage of him giving himself kisses on the phone where he's a good time. But that he was butthole naked trying to get into the kids' Zoom because they had lunch bunch and he knew it was up and he was like
it's so freaking cute.
It blows.
It sounds like he's saying coming in hot.
Yes, that's what it sounds like. Oh.
It does sound like he's saying coming in hot.
That's what Victory said too. She's like,
I don't know why iPhone always mutes the video clip. Let it play.
I think it's when your silent thing's on. It automatically does it so it don't play loud when you don't expect it to.
So that was I sent that to Kev said that was a
Joshua.
I don't.
Thank you. You don't know how many videos I've screen recorded and lost the first little bit because of
no, Kev. I'm not gonna lead you wrong, Kev.
I never knew.
Yo, Tone and Tone video was perfect.
Let's watch it, man. We family now. This man is so doggone talented.
I bought my ticket. I got a question. So, how do I watch? If I bought the link, right? How do I watch it on my TV? Huh?
Hilarious.
Do I have to just share with Apple?
No, is it because it'll eventually show up on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, but it's an unlisted link though, right?
Right. But do you have the YouTube app on your TV? Log into your. So what you do is start it on your phone, stop it, then go into the YouTube app, go to library, and it'll show your last play video. And you just
because I want to watch it live, but on my TV to make it. This is weird because this is the first time that I'm watching one of these and I'm not there.
That's how I watch the Keep Your Distance comedy shows when we're at home. I start it on my phone.
I'm excited.
All right, here we go. We're gonna watch this because Tony's great and he's hilarious. And if you don't want to buy a ticket after this, and I don't know what to tell you. And I'm going third right before Ruben Paul, but I don't have to go after Coco Brown. Shout out to Zoom with the homies.
I'm watching everybody.
Hey man, listen, I appreciate you being a fan, man. Yo, Tony Baker, what in the haberdasheries and playlists, man? Come on, man. I'm your biggest fan, bro. And I don't know why Netflix and Hollywood is not beating down your doors. Hey, listen, man. I got a show, Tony Baker and Friends, December 18th. I was never aware. All up in there like, bam, I'm in there. Every city in America. You imagine, bro, you gonna be in every city in America, even my city, at the same time? At the same time, be look at who you came to look at. Man, I got a great lineup. I got Kev on the stage. I got Ron Taylor. I got Ruben Paul. I got Gina Yashere, and I got Coco Brown on the show. Man, that's crazy. I wish Netflix would give you a comedy special. Because I like Netflix. Because, you know, I be watching stuff on Netflix all the time. It's free, but I be paying for it every month. But it feels like it's free, even though it's not. Until then, man, as long as y'all support what I got going now, man, that'd be great, man. So you getting a ticket? Man, I don't know why Netflix won't give you a comedy special. Well, you know, my sister gave me this. This is great material and stuff like that. How about this? Instead of getting the ticket to the show, I'll buy one of your shirts. I'll buy a different color. The shirt is more expensive than the ticket. So how about this? Put up your cash app. I'll put $50 on your cash. With that cash app, you put That'd be more expensive than the ticket. A lot more. That's $35 more than the ticket. Just get the ticket. What's the day of the show? It's December 18th, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. I could be busy that day. Like, it's the beauty of the program. It'll last for 24 hours. So once you get the ticket, you got 24 hours to watch the special, re-watch the special, have a good time, take a bubble bath with the special. You got 24 hours. Man, I might be busy for 24 hours. Man, I don't know why Netflix won't give you a comedy special. How often are you on my page? I'm on your page every day. I'm on your page every day. I'm watching it all. The Browns and the Bustle Move, all of that stuff, and the cats, the squirrels, and hey, what's his name? Buddy Wilson and Chris Thompson. I'm all of that, man. I am there. The skid paps, piddly knees. Well, listen, man. You be like, what the ducks say when they come down the street? I'm a duck. I'm out here and alligators be singing. Man, I don't know why Netflix won't give you a comedy special. All right, well, I'll see you in the comment section from afar. For sure, man. I'll be all up in that comment section, giving you the free comments, man. I'm your biggest fan, man. Ain't no fan bigger than me, man. I'll be in line in the comment section. Whatever you post, I'll be right there in line. I'll be the first one. Thanks, man. I'll be all up in there, man. Holy way. I'll feed my family with those prayers.
Tony Baker's so funny.
So funny, man.
Great, man.
Funny. He's so funny.
So funny, man. It's just what he does really makes me laugh.
What is happening? We in a school play?
No, I'm smoking cigs.
You smoking cigs?
I know you not smoking cigs in Melissa's house. Absolutely.
That's
your room. It's Melissa's house.
There you go. Speak the words. Speak the words.
I remember when I tried to decorate stuff in here. I was like, "What do you think?" She was like, "What? What do you do? Put a little. If we just, Nah, I got it. You good."
Oh, Kat just said, don't forget the Patreon awards are tomorrow. Both the Kev on Stage / Angel Wings Patreon awards. We're giving out awards for different categories. We have a tech rehearsal at 1:00. It's going to be an amazing show. It's going to be, so put on your best dresses, your best tuxedos.
You got to dress up?
Yeah, dress up, Josh. You got to dress up to give out your award.
Well, okay.
You got to. Like, what? Yeah. So make sure you all check and just be there. Be there or be square. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time.
Gonna have a funky good time. All right. So we're going to let y'all go.
To take you high.
We're gonna let y'all go. We gotta be on this meeting. We love you. See y'all tomorrow at the Patreon Awards. See you tonight if you're coming to the show. If you're not, we'll see you.
Come to the show. Support Tony Baker and his friends.
He's so funny. If
you don't come tomorrow, then we won't see you till next year. Because I'm on low power mode. I'm not gonna be going live. I'm not gonna be doing nothing but playing FIFA and sleeping. On Thanksgiving weekend, man, I was asleep. It was great.
I got a documentary coming out today at 6:00.
Hold on.
I heard a rumor that the launch date was gonna be around this time.
But how come we didn't hear a rumor from you?
I didn't know it was confirmed until I saw the flyer said it was gonna be posted yesterday. So this is me telling my friends and everybody.
You had a private chat.
Did you do a documentary with, and we just find out when it's coming out?
I did it this time last year. It was supposed to come out in January, but then it just kept getting pushed and tweaked and fixed, and I thought it was just chalked. Huh?
Problem?
Anderson .Paak and the Free Nationals. Ah! I don't like talking about stuff because the way LA works is either it don't happen or it don't come out.
Guess what? I'm not LA. My name is Angel Lakita Moore. Last time I checked, my name
LA and her name Angel.
Technically, this was not technically. This was done in December. Like I said, it was just the.
You're doing a lot of who's it and what's it, and all.
I'm sorry, I didn't get excited about it until today.
I didn't tell you I did this. Not okay. Maybe it doesn't come out. We all been a part of projects that we did that didn't come out. I'm not even gonna tell you something I did that was cool.
I forgot, and I didn't know
for a whole year.
A whole year.
I forgot to. I feel like I told you when I was shooting a documentary. Okay.
You think I would just forget you shot a documentary with Anderson .Paak, an artist who we both love? And I would just all of a sudden forget when I've been pushing you and asking you to be more creative. Now I would just suddenly forget.
See, but to be fair though, a lot of the footage in there was like tour footage and stuff that I wasn't a part of. I was a part of the interview processes though.
Stop.
I'm not trying to minimize. All I'm saying is like I don't want to make it seem like I've been shooting a documentary with him for years because that's not true.
It doesn't matter. That's what I'm going to say it is. Okay. I'm going to say Josh directed and produced a whole documentary in concert with Anderson .Paak. I don't care what you actually did. I'm going to tell you what I did.
To deal with your foolishness.
You're gonna waste all those fake cigs.
I got boxes of. Where can we watch the doggone documentary, Joshua?
I believe it is going to be live on the Free Nationals YouTube starting at 6 p.m. today, but it's going to be up after that. So I'll just drop a link once it goes up because I'm gonna try and watch that before Tone Special. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I didn't get excited about it until yesterday.
Proud of and upset with you.
I know. I'm sorry. This is on me. I'm gonna own this. I'm not gonna.
I'm not gonna own it. I'm not gonna own it.
But I'm definitely not. But you see, I'm not yelling at you like Tom Cruise.
Thank you. I was gonna say I'm not a child. I would like to be addressed as such.
Yes. So I'm not talking to you. I'm not yelling at you. I just want you to know that as a Black woman, I feel disrespected. Okay?
I apologize.
Okay.
I would never intentionally infer disrespect upon a Black woman.
I just saw you a couple of days ago. You could have been like, you know what? I might have a documentary coming out. And I would have gotten so excited. I would have gave you a whole bottle of wine and just be like, I don't know what I do in these moments, but I'm so proud. But regardless, I'm going to watch. I don't even know Anderson .Paak like that. I don't even know what he be singing like that. But I'm going to watch like I do.
I'm glad you told us, Josh, because if I would have watched that documentary and I would have saw your name in the credits, it would have been a physical altercation. It would have been some furniture moving.
Altercation.
Furniture moving.
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Then we'll see y'all next year if the Lord says the same. God bless you. God keep you. We'll see you on the Come on Stage Studios app.